lot about him over Zoom, but getting out there back on the field.
The biggest thing is the energy, man. It feels good out there, especially coming into a defense where you feel comfortable at, and then also the coaches coaching the same thing, and you're just comfortable. So just playing fast, mindset, and then now you're just getting your teammates on the same page.
Quincy, obviously you're new here. Todd Monken's new here. Can you get us from the other guys that have been here that there's something like a new atmosphere with a new head coach?
Yeah, but we also have a lot of younger guys too, though. So you'll get that aspect whether you go have the same coach and there's younger guys. Really just filling in those spaces, and then also just getting everybody prepared to play. When you get a new head coach, you also have those players who's walking on eggshells just because they're still trying to get the head coach to see their talents and things like that, and where do they fit into the new scheme, as far as like offense or defense, though. So, but the biggest thing is just making plays, being seen by making plays and things like that.
Quincy, this time of year, working on install, just kind of feeling some things out and whatnot. Just what's it like, when the defense is out there making plays, even though it's through the lens of, hey, we're just kind of doing some install.
We ain't just kind of doing no install. We doing the install. So if you show up, if deposit, the way I talk is, if you show up, a deposit is due every day. You either getting paid or you owe somebody. That's how I talk. So my job, we going to get paid every single day. If you out there on the field with me, you getting paid or you getting your ass off. So Rudy know that, and so that's why he brought me here, because he ain't got to be in the huddle and he ain't got to be on the field. He know for a fact what it's going to look like out there, and there's going to be speed, and violence, and that's how I want my defense.
What have you seen from Shedeur? Coach was just saying that Shedeur has come miles from sort of where he first started in the install of the offense, but what have you seen from him as you've gone along?
Really that confidence, really. That's the biggest thing.
And how about same thing with Deshaun? What have you seen in him?
Both of them competing together. Both of them get a chance to go against the ones and things like that too, though. So like I said, it's just that confident in the pocket, throwing the ball, being on time and things like that, being accurate. So I'm saying both. I'm actually getting a chance to talk to both of them too, though, trying to figure out how I can make my game better too, though. And then on top of that, they asked me for pointers too, though. So it's kind of weird, actually. Like that vet role. I kind of getting all the way into it now.
Quincy, defenses are always changing and evolving, obviously, but how many, similar concepts, how much comfortability, I guess, do you have with, as you guys go through this install with some of these concepts?
That's the reason why the OTAs are really so important, because you get to see it at a slow pace. You also get to get more meeting times, and then also we're not trying to win tomorrow. So we get a chance to stop the play and actually talk about, hey, why are we even doing this? Why are we calling this play? Things like that. So when we come to training camp, we're moving fast. We're on the same page. If I might go out or something like that, I already know what Rudy want to call and why we're calling it. So the biggest thing during the OTAs is practicing situational football. And so we're doing a lot of that out there now with OTA 2 now. So, yeah, today we got another situation. So every day we're getting a different situation. So when that time comes in the game, we're not flustered or anything. We're all calm, collective, and we're like, all right, just like OTAs. And, of course, we're going to do it in training camp too, though.
Todd has said he despises crappy football, and I know all coaches.
Talk to me again, my bad.
Todd said in his intro press conference, I despise crappy football, and I know all coaches don't like penalties and organizational errors and stuff like that. But how have you seen Todd sort of drill down on you guys, the basics, the fundamentals early on here?
Situational football. Talking about us first in the meeting room, giving us the situation, and then in the walkthrough, practicing the situation, and then when we get on the field, he wants to see it live. Now we're getting the situation 3 times, so now you have that mindset of like, all right, I know what I'm doing. Now I know why I'm doing it. All right, now let me execute it. And all for anything like that, he don't mind starting it all the way over, though. So I do like that part. He want precision and not just speed, precision.
Todd said he was kind of mad there was some takeaways.
So y'all the question people I see. Y'all 3. I get it now. Yeah. I bet.
He said he was mad that there were some takeaways in the 7-on-7 today. But for you guys as a defense,
I'm always happy. I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to hear me celebrating whether they get the ball or not. I'm going to make sure you hear me. My defense going to hear me, but being a violent defense, whether there's 11-on-11, 7-on-7, being a fear defense, those hitches and stuff, those 50-50 balls, they ain't really 50-50. They're more like 70, whatever the number is, because we want that ball. The ball is oxygen.
Can you get a feel for what this is going to look like when everybody's shows up? I mean,
Not at the moment. That's the crazy thing about OTAs, just because you don't have everybody. But the biggest thing is also a newer scheme too, though. So you're playing with people who are starting to get their confidence, and then you're also playing with a couple of people that already have their confidence. So you don't really know. Like I said, we're not trying to win tomorrow, but we're coming with the mindset that if we were to play tomorrow, we handing out ass whoopings because we all out of lollipops.
I got a question. Is that all right?
Yeah, no, we all good. I just seen that they were the ones asking the questions.
First 2 weeks of the season in Florida. You know how hot it is in September.
Yeah, I go back to my hometown, man, Jacksonville. That's where I got drafted at, so you know I'm ready. That's circled on my calendar. And to the Jets too, so you know them circled on my calendar. If that's your next question, I can already give you that answer.
I was going to say, Coach said he was hoping you guys embrace the idea of those first 2 weeks in Florida, because especially in training camp when it's going to be hot to get prepared. You think that's a good thing, starting first 2 weeks in Florida? Is that? I mean, you play who you play, but
Yeah. Man, I don't really know how the weather get down here though, but I think it's like colder or something like that. So I'd rather go and get them games out over with, and then we in the cold then. So it's not one of those things where you gotta at the Jets you like cold, then all of a sudden you go to 90 degrees, then you come back cold, then you come back 90 degrees. So I'm glad we're gonna get them out the way with early.
Since you mentioned you circled both of those games when the schedule came out.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. And we go to New York. So the Joker's coming back to New York. I'm happy about that.
Are you gonna have a different hairstyle? You're gonna dye it?
Nah, man, I'm going green. I've been waiting on this. I'm staying green. My hair is green because of the Joker.
Okay.
What about the Joker? I don't know, inspires you? Or...
So I actually got this persona from Brian Dawkins. So his biggest thing, Weapon X. As soon as you get on the field, totally different person. So came with the mindset. I'm kind of like a very happy person off the field. So it's like, all right, on the field, I got to stop laughing, joking. I got to find a switch. So my switch is the Joker. So on the field, I'm laughing, joking around, talking stuff. Uppercut, I see your phone case. I got that phone case too, though. So, yeah, that's why I get the celebration ready for. The chaos. It's really that chaos.
Everybody good? Thanks, man.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all was a good group, man. Appreciate that. Y'all ain't hound me. I like it.